I've been thinking for a little while now, leading up to this occasion of Father's Day, about myself. Is that all right? The reason that I'm bold enough to say that is because, in my view, before a preacher brings anything to you, he or she ought to swallow it themselves. And so I've been wrestling a little bit with this issue of being a father and the necessary implications that go along with it of being a man. Can I talk to you this morning? And so it occurs to me that to properly define my individual existence as a man and as a father, I must first properly define my God. In order to define my individual existence as a man and as a father, I must first properly define my God, which then allows me to properly see and define my world. Am I right about it? You see, as a man, my intellect and my instinct tempt me to start with me in my attempt to define me. Y'all gonna let me talk today? But I must resist my intellect and my instinct to look at me first in order to define me, because the truth of the matter is that God actually moves us through 3 layers in trying to get us to that understanding, trying to get me to that understanding. And so as I resist my intellect and my instinct to start, Junior, with me, it occurs to me that I actually, in order to properly define me, I must start with God himself. Hello, somebody. And so when I get to a place of trying to define God, it occurs to me that I ought to be looking at least 5 of God's major attributes in order to come to a place of definition of who God is. And one of those attributes is his omnipotence. Another of his attributes, if I want to properly define God, is his omniscience. Omnipotence is his power, or the fact that he is all-powerful. I have to look at the fact not only that he is all-powerful, omnipotent, but I also have to look at the fact that he is omniscient, meaning that he is all-knowing. And then I have to look at the fact that he is not only omnipotent and omniscient, but I also have to look at the fact that he is omnipresent, meaning that he is present everywhere. And then the 4th attribute of God, if I want to define God properly, is that I have to look at the fact that he is holy. Hello, somebody. And not only that, but lastly, after looking at the fact that he is omnipotent, that he is all-knowing, that he is present everywhere, that he is holy, I then have to look and acknowledge, if I am to properly define God, that he is loving. Transformative, Michael. How transformative it would be in my definition of God if I could get in my mind that God has all power, that God has all knowing, that God is present everywhere, that God is holy, that God is loving. And if I can get that, it seems to me that I get God.